afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are joining us from. I'm Pranav Guha Thakurta, founder, EDU TV, and it gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all to another meaningful conversation in our ongoing series that brings India's finest educators to the forefront to guide, inspire, and ignite purpose in the hearts of students, parents, and teachers. Today, I have the privilege of introducing a remarkable educationist, author, and mentor, Mr. Ojha, the famous Mr. Prem Ojha, the principal of Gateway International School, Sonipat, Haryana. With a distinguished career spanning over 21 years, Mr. Ojha has been a force in the world of education, excelling as a teacher, trainer, author, educational researcher, school leader, and administrator. He has served in prestigious positions such as founder principal, and national head academics, contributing richly to curriculum design, blend of traditional values, and modern educational thought. His expertise in experiential learning, his keen ability to recognize the uniqueness of every learner, and his emotionally intelligent leadership, characterized by compassion, discipline, and constructive freedom, makes him one of the most respected figures among both students and faculty. He has also contributed to the NCERT as a committee member for 2 years, and he authored chapters for the National Open Schools Transcend Social Science books. His certification from Dr. David Cobb, the pioneer of experiential learning, further exemplifies his commitment to lifelong learning and reflective practices. Welcome, Dr. Ojha. Prasad. Welcome,
Namaste, sir.
Mr. Ojha.
Namaste, sir.
Welcome, Mr. Ojha.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. I'm sure you must be awfully busy. I'm really thankful to you. In spite of that, you have been uh, here to help the students, parents, and all the stakeholders of education. Thank
Sir,
you, sir.
same pleasure, yes, sir.
Mr. Ojha, with such extensive experience, what advice would you give students to help them discover their true strengths and passions during their school years?
Uh, Pranav, sir, children, they are, by nature, they are a learner. All of us, I believe, nature made us an inquisitive learner where we wish to learn anything and everything from in and around. So, whenever I meet my children, students, I always tell them that do what you wish to do. You know, explore what is your interest, connect your in and around with that interest and learn. Another important aspects from the schooling is don't stop your questions. Celebrate your questions, whatever questions coming to your mind. Ask to your teachers, to your friends, parents, whoever is coming across, and in case if you have any set of a question, please do not stop it because questions and seeking their answers is the source of learning always. Third, school is also about imbibing learning values, you know, and the life skills, how to deal with or peer pressure, how to be with peers, how to communicate well, how to share your opinion. Learn being different and having a difference of opinion is not wrong. Having difference of opinion, but still with respect, there's a mutual respect for each other is the biggest, the life skills which we need across our life, whether it is a personal life or professional life. And the school is a nursery to learn all these things. How to deal with a pressure when somebody is expecting you to excel, how to deal with when you get not success. There will be times in your life, whether it's a school life or a college life or professional life, even in personal life, when you are expecting to be successful, but you will not be always. So, how to deal with the failures and being not successful. So, also, whenever we do have a discussions, we tell them that see, other than books, beyond the books, you have n number of things to learn. And learning from book is the smallest portions of learning from life. So I wish that children always look forward to observe in and around and learn from that observations. That's what generally we tell them. And that's what they should do in the school. I believe schooling is changing nowadays. Rote memorizations is no more the schooling. uh, Skills, acquiring skills, learning those skills, and then practicing those skills is a new normal of school. So like this is what I always motivate them to connect with this.
Thank you so much, sir. I think you have laid emphasis on the connect. I think that's a very important thing. Thank you so much. Now I'll just switch on to my next question. Sir, what would you like to share with parents today, especially when it comes to nurturing emotional intelligence and independence in their children? And as the students are digital natives and parents are digital immigrants. Over to you, Mr. Ojha.
Pranav says is very significant. The issues which you have put forward or brought to people. Nowadays, what happened? The children and the parents are unfortunately not spending quality time. Uh, I don't know how much time they are spending together. Uh, and even if they are at home, uh, they are with their own specific gadgets. They are involved within their respective the domain or the zone which they have created for themselves. And it is true for everybody. It is true for parents. It is true for children in this digital world. Or I believe thoughtfully here. I request to my parents fraternity whom I meet and interact with. See, spending time with the child is really important for his emotional well-being. As you have mentioned that how parents can take care of emotional well-being, because child has a lot to share and talk about. But am I giving that space him or her to share that? Am I making comfortable ecosystem at home, a ecosystem of trust, ecosystem of that no, I'm there for you, uh, uh, and therefore you not being as a judgmental about you. How our parents can also be a non-judgmental. This is really important at this point of to learn, because everybody we are losing patience nowadays. The patience which our parents had or our the grandparents had, our kids they don't have. They want instant result. They an instant result in every sphere of life. Even in their relationship, they want instant result. In case if they are not getting result, okay, fine, you don't love me. Mama, you don't love me. Papa, you don't love me. Papa, you don't have time for me. And they become, they take decisions, they make opinion, and this is becoming a really dangerous. So the one thing which can really work in this entire scenario is how much time I'm spending with my child, other than asking him कि यार तूने काम आज नहीं किया, तूने होमवर्क नहीं किया, and are you a good student or are you a good child. मतलब वो टैगिंग, उस टैग से बाहर निकाल के कि uh, can I be loved whether I am a good student or not. In that case also my dad can love me or not. I'm a wonderful player, I play wonderful cricket or any sports. Will my dad love me, will my mom love me, or my mom and dad only will love me when I'll speak wonderful fluent English, or my mom and dad will only love me when I'll score more than 90% in ABC subject. So then ये बड़ा मुश्किल है, बड़ा नेगेटिव जोन बन जाता है. सो लाइक we always request parents to be connected with their children, unconditional, and being non-judgmental. We work with the parents a lot, in a small group. Then we do plan lots of activities where children and parents doing activities together. So we tell them that similarly, we don't believe in giving homework which is textual and content based. So we design a story based, theme based activities and a learning task where parent and child both can involve. So somewhere by design we are also giving space to the parents to connect how they can. Uh, so this is what is required at this point of time. I can only nurture the emotional being of my child when I'm there for him and her. See, from distant it is really difficult. नहीं पैसा देकर, गैजेट्स देकर, गिफ्ट्स देकर, बच्चों को शॉपिंग मॉल में घुमाकर, उनकी शॉपिंग करा के, उनकी इमोशनल बीइंग की नर्चरिंग नहीं हो सकती है. So like I need to be there with my child. Need to spend some informal, set of, or unfortunately, family is becoming nuclear and nuclear. That even the so the children are not getting that emotional space which they were having earlier. So that emotional space needs to be provided by the parents.
You have explained very nicely. I'm sure this parents and students, both of them can understand and put into practice. And finally, what message you would give to teachers as they navigate an education landscape that demands both innovation and empathy?
So there are two things I always share because I have learned and being mentored by one of my. I joined a school in Gurgaon called Heritage, and I worked with Heritage Gurgaon for 5 years. And one of my mentor and principal, Dr. Mahesh Prasad, uh, he took my interview, and I remember that people, there was a committee who checked my content knowledge and all, blah 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 that, and then he asked. I went and met him, and he asked, Prem, do you love reading? So I said yes. So I love reading Hindi books and Hindi literature. So and then I wish to write also. So like he said, एक कविता सुनाओ जो तुम्हें याद. तो मैंने उन्हें एक कविता सुनाई. उन्होंने बोला इसका पोएट कौन है. तो हम लोगों ने पोएट के ऊपर डिस्कशन किया. उन्हें लगा कि नहीं यार, ये तो पोएट नहीं है. तो मैंने कहा, फिर उन्होंने 2-3 पोएट्स के नाम बताए. मैंने कहा सर मैं श्योर हूं वो दो तीन आप आपने नाम बताए वो नहीं है. तो ऐसे केसेस में एक चीज उन्होंने मुझे उस दिन सिखाई सर, एंड प्रणव सर, इट इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट टुडे. आई ऑलवेज, सर दिल से टीचर हैं आप तो दिमाग से टीचर बनाया जा सकता है. And whenever I meet teachers, by choice, by chance, whatever, if you have become teacher and you are not affectionate, you are not connected with the cause of the teaching, Whatever content knowledge you have, you cannot connect with the children. Until the time you do not connect with the children, you cannot teach them. You cannot make them learn. So one important aspect which I said, let's be connected with them. Let's try to understand. Let's be the cause of your being here in the education fraternity. That's so. This is one thing which I always share with my team and teachers, because in the last, because of my work profile with the previous organization, Pranav sir, I have met almost 20,000 teachers in the last 5 6 years across 17 states. So like I have Central India, Southern India. I've met different set of schools, teachers, and training and all that. And I said, okay, fine. चाहे आपने प्रेम विवाह किया हो या अरेंज मैरिज हुई हो या जबरदस्ती मैरिज हुई हो, अब हो गई है तो प्रेम कर लो. दूसरा एक और चीज which is really important at this point of time in this digital world, and when NEP is coming and then people are talking about so many set of changes, skill based education, teachers need to update themselves on their own. If teachers are dependent that the institutions will create a framework, will create a structure to make me learn, to do the trainings. So I always tell them that in case if you are not updated, you will be outdated. So like, and adding certain value to yourself as a teacher, it is your own responsibility. Somebody is doing, institution is doing good. It is additional, help to you. But in case of the institution, because there are different kind of institution, Pranav, or you are so experienced in this fraternity, and then there are number of schools, they are hardly bothered about training their teachers. They believe that spending amount on a teacher's training, oh God. So, and there are schools which spend crores of lakhs and crores on teachers' training. So I always tell whenever I meet, say, please do not be dependent on what the wish of your management. In case you believe that you need to be updated, you need do on. So take up that charge of adding certain set of things. So like teachers continuously need to make an effort where they update themselves. So their emotional connect with the children, understanding them, then updating their skills will make them a better educators always. And of course, like training is a bigger component. See, unfortunately, Pranav sir, the CCE got discarded from the Indian education system. It was a good program, good thought, lots of works is being done, good research. I also met Professor Ispal at certain point of time, and then he used to tell, I was, because as I was sharing a part of a Delhi University, so I got an opportunity to meet Professor Ispal. And then he said, Prem, if this works well, CC, it can really bring revolutionary change, because something which has never been taken care, other than academics, has been tried to, we have tried to look into. But unfortunately, it didn't happen, sir. So the reason which I felt that in case if the entire cause, entire aspects, if we do not drop down, and bring it to the teachers, again, NEP will also not be that successful. So any policy changes will only be effective when my teachers, they sync with those ideas, they sync with those thoughts, they are well trained to bring those set of changes at the ground level.
I'm really impressed. My takeaways are, अगर दिल से टीचर हो तो दिमाग से आप बन जाओगे. Second, you should have one very important thing. If you're not updated, you will be outdated. I think a very important thing. Yesterday only there was a discussion with the principal, and she said a very good thing. A lot of people say, will AI take up human jobs? She said, people knowing AI will take up people's job who don't know AI or who are updating themselves. Thank you so much, Mr. Ojha, and we are truly honored to have you with us today. On behalf of all our viewers, audience at EDU TV. I thank you for your time, your insights, and your unwavering dedication to the cause of education. You are a role model to many, and conversations like this reaffirm our belief in the power of inspired leadership. To our audience, thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for more such engaging conversations here on EDU. Thank you, Mr. Prem Ojha, Principal,
Thank
Gateway
you, sir.
International School, Sonipat, Haryana, India. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.